Hello, everybody, and welcome to our spoken word poetry slam competition. Oh, yes. If you are here today, it means that you made it through to our speaking portion of the competition. All right, today we'll hear from about 15 contestants, right? Y'all will give your poems that all of our judges have kindly read and are looking forward to now listening. Okay. We'll do some introductions first of our judges, right? I'll introduce them, and then we'll have one of our judges come up and read some poems or a poem. And then I'll do a few more rules for our competition, okay? Okay, cool. Everyone looks pretty good today. Yeah, excited? All right, cool. For those that don't know, my name is Mr. Joe, okay? I do some writing classes here at Point Avenue. I've seen some of y'all in my classes or in other classes, so I'm very excited to have you here today. I will start off with introducing our very first judge, who is Miss Jenny there in the back. Hello, Miss Jenny. Miss Jenny is a very important person here at Point Avenue, right? She is our academic coordinator, but most importantly, she is my boss. Yes. She's very smart. She loves to read and she loves K-dramas. Okay? Anybody else love K-drama?
I like K-drama.
Yeah, right? It's very cool, right? So that's Miss Jenny. She's our first judge today. All right, our second judge will be Miss Best there in the middle. Miss Best is a writer and a reporter for a major news outlet, right? She's a very cool person. We met and bonded over writing, so I'm very happy to have her here. She's also a huge Taylor Swift fan. So, yeah. I think she's one of the people who probably knows the most about Taylor Swift that I know of. So that's Miss Best. Everybody give her a round of applause. Shakespeare? He is a poet. Yeah. She also likes Shakespeare. All right, thank you, sir.
I think his name is weird.
It's very weird. Mr. Who? Okay, Mr. Quill. Thank you, Mr. Quill, Mr. Shakespeare. Up next, though, we have our final judge, who's Miss Bhavna Kimlani here today. There she is in the back. Ooh, we dropped something. She is an educator and a writer. Today, she will be a poet for us to all listen to, okay? If you want to know more of her writings or what she does, y'all can always go to her website, bhavnakimlani.com. Right.
Could I watch her own papers?
Her own paper, like her own poetry? Oh, you get to hear it in just a second, ma'am, Miss Rin.
Could I write her?
Oh, can you write it? Interesting. Possibly. 1 second, Miss Rin.
Why is everything black? The microphones are black, the curtains are black, the women all black. You have 3 of the judges are wearing black.
I didn't realize.
The curtains are black, the microphone's black, the cups are black.
You're right, Miss Rin.
Okay.
All right. Let's bring it back in. Okay. Thank you. Miss Pim Pim, I'll answer your question. I think a similar sort of topic about like being a human and what that means. Thank you, Ms. Pimpin. For that, that's a great introduction to have Bhavna come up now and read us her poem. So everyone give a round of applause.
It's so nice to meet all of you. And see, I'm colorful. I'm not wearing black. Okay. Good. So you're following, you're noticing. Okay, so I'm going to read one of my poems, published poems.
Like a garland of beaming lights, brief and wild, living mural of persistence. True little dandelions, starlit yellow during autumn, inspired golden hour before dusk. How can we keep this energy alive?
We pluck, full of joy, we found a reward in the breezy times. Yellow circles burst, lighting up the inner child, delicate yet maturing. Versatile climbers of life, filling the gaps between bridges. Without being loud or angry, it's whose fault that we all seek rays of the golden light, enveloping the darkness subtly, crumbling the illusions. Sleepy senses come alive, that the strong wind disperses the feathery soft bristles, carrying a legend of new growth. Opportunity as we learn, we can also blow all the seeds of dandelion with a single breath, making a wish that our golden hour appears in everyone's life, where no such chaos is dispersed, but we can learn to keep the synergy alive. Bright in yellow, humble yet surprising, the warmth and power within the golden light. Thank you.
I know what it is about. It's a very kind of, it's like a poem. It's described in a not so clear way. You're describing someone stopping and smelling a dandelion.
That's one way of looking into it. Thank you. All right, let's begin.
Okay, thank you, Miss Bhavna. I'm glad everybody's here. I will explain some rules, okay, for us before we begin our performances. All right, first one being, right, when you hear your number, your contestant number, which will start with JR, and your name, what you will do is just come up here to the stage where the microphone is, stand right on this side of the microphone, and you will introduce yourself. You say, for example, my name is Mr. Joe. I'll be reading to you my poem called, and then you say your name of your poem. All right, then you can go ahead and begin. Okay, so I'll call your name. You come over there. I'll introduce you. Introduce yourself, and then you remove your mask, right, if you want to say your poem. And also so that your parents can see your amazing faces, right? And you say your poem, and then we'll get a round of applause, right? After that round of applause, what will happen is you'll be able to hear from some of our judges. You'll be able to hear some of their thoughts and ideas or questions that they may have about your poem, okay? The questions are just to see, like, what you think, like how you come up with those sort of words, how you come up with those sort of images, right? 1 second, Miss Eva.
The last time that those judges asked us.
Right, exactly. So if you've been to one of our competitions before,
Yes.
right?
One, da-di-da, da-di-da.
Right. If you've been to a competition before, you would know you get some questions right after, right? That's a major rule. Second major rule, right? When someone is performing or when someone is stating their poem, it's very important to give them our full attention, right? This includes not sort of trying to speak when they're speaking, right? It's really nice to be able to listen and be in tune with one another. So I just hope we try to go ahead and listen while someone is speaking. And if we have questions, we could probably save them to the very, very end, all right? And then that way we can ask each other about our poems, okay? While we're reading our poems, you'll be judged on 5 things, okay? 1 being your physical presence, right? How do you look on stage? Are you using your hands? The second one will be dramatic depiction. If you use any sort of drama or inflection or raising your voice or lowering your voice while you're speaking, okay? The third one will be how slow or how fast or how on time you talk. Fourth one being your energy and your emotion. If we could feel how you feel, then that's great, right? And our last thing you'll be graded on will be your planning and preparation. If it shows at least that you know your poem, maybe not by heart, you can definitely read your poem from paper, but at least that you're a bit familiar with your words, okay? That's what we'll be looking at, basically, Miss Rin.
Why is this tablecloth not a tablecloth? It's like it's a stretchy tee
Yes.
for a giant stretched over here.
You're right,
Why?
ma'am. That is true.
Okay, I think we should start.
Yes. Thank you, Miss Bhavna.
All right.
That's a great question, Miss Rin. But let's get back to poetry, right? So if we have any questions for poetry or any other questions, let's save those to the end. Yeah, thank you though. Ready? Okay, let's start with then our first contestant. That'll be JR01. That is Miss Peha. That is you, if you'd like to come over here.
My name is Behal, and my poem is called Human Again. I once was a living being, then the evil overtook and made me a fearful, obsolete thing who wanted to flee from the hook. I did classes online. I did classes nearby. I used to read 2 books a day, had lots of free time. Now I barely beat a rook, and I don't even have time. Cool workshops were my favorite pastime. But what's bad was they were online. They took place on Google Meet, so my friend and I couldn't greet. Back then it was a day, which I would call Sunday, but all of a sudden my outings didn't happen. And nowadays it's like a maze, too scared to think, too frightened to blink. I had sleepovers almost every day. We watched movies and nonstop play. But now it's hard for me to sleep early, and I have to take care of my sleep responsibility. During family time, we squeezed in some game time. We played Scrabble and Carom, or was it Crabble and Sarum? But now that time has come to an end, and we are back to humans who just can't bend. Should we be too busy earning? And it's high time we start learning.
That amazing poem and the fact that you memorized it, that was so awesome, Miss Bell. Judges, do we have any comments or questions?
I loved how I saw that you looked elsewhere when you asked a question just to show that, hey, what is my question? I'm asking a question, right? And I loved all the rhymes you had. I have a question though. You said that you had sleepovers every day? And what inspired you to write about online classes, sleepovers? COVID, awesome. I really love your poem, so good job. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Well, then that means we are moving on to our next contestant. This will be JR02, Miss Jeddah. Do some snaps.
Hello, my name is Jeddah, and today I will be presenting my poem, Downsides of Technology. Today, I will share all the things in despair and the things that I care during my time and everywhere. When I walk outside, many robots stride right down the street where humans used to seat. But now they all compete. They will never meet and cry. Where have all the people gone by? My parents were just sacked. The boss's excuse was the fact. Humans were too slow. Robots would perform better shows. My parents needs their jobs back. My uncle works at the robot company. He spends his life savings reluctantly on the AI robots. They really cost a lot. What if he loses all his money unluckily? I hope you understand all the downsides of technology to man. Thank you for your time in this great contest of rhyme.
Great. That was a great poem. I love the great contest of rhyme. Do we have any judges who would like to provide some feedback or thoughts?
Hi, Jeddah. I love your poem. I think you have very good rhymes and good rhythm in your delivery. I love your use of your gestures and bodily movement to stress your words, and love that you draw your personal experiences from your family and deliver it in a poem. Just how did you come up with how did you come up with like this topic? I mean, you looked around at home and then you draw from your experiences and start writing about it. Is that how it works?
Well, personally, it didn't happen to my family, but I knew that a lot of families were experiencing this, and it was making a really hard time for them, and I wanted to depict it in my poem.
That shows some good observation skills right there.
Thank you.
Very well done.
All right, let's get some snaps for Miss Jetta. Woo. All righty, this means that up next, we have our next contestant, right? This would be JR03, Miss Janice. Woo, Miss Janice, as she makes her way up to stage. Okay.
Hello, my name is Janice, and I will present my poem, Humans Again. I hereby say the future since May, very long after this day. The tech has advanced, the machines buzz as we prance. They have no stupidity, no need to care about electricity, and become better progressively. They look like bots, but I do not, because that's the only style we got. It's been some time since someone got shot, or was boiled in a pot, or left their slipper to rot. The fairy tales have changed. We have new ones arranged, and they seem rather strange. The robots made our books with covers that have strange looks, and they made children believe there was never, ever a man named Captain Hook. I dislike some bots because they aren't the best in the lot. Thank you.
Robots. I will see if the judges have any comments for us.
Hi, Janice. I like your line, fairy tales have changed. Right? So I like the way you are comparing fairy tales with technology. So in your opinion, when you were writing this, how do you think fairy tales have actually changed? How did tech change fairy tales?
I think they made it like sort of odd to make like children robots understand it.
Can you give me an example?
Like maybe there's a robot girl who is riding a camel, which would be quite odd.
Okay, so what inspired you to choose technology and AI for poetry?
Well, wouldn't it be kind of scary to be the only human in a world of robots?
Yes, I'm sure. Thank you so much, and thank you for your confidence. Take care.
Thank you so much. Yeah, robots pretty creepy. AI as well. We'll move on to our next contestant now. This will be JR04, Miss Mind. Let's give a round of snappy snaps.
Hello, my name is Mind, and I'm going to present you my poem, Humans Again. Humans say you're cruel, hurricanes and flames give us some pain. Mother Nature says, why don't you use technology to get some gains? I've given you supplies and ideas, why are you still in fear? The treasure is near, then why are you still here? Use high-tech to wipe away your tears. Humans say, sure, it's great that we've got advanced technology, so we can take the chance to see the world change into a purer place, where we see its perfect fate. When humans run out of supplies, you leave your home with a bunch of lies. Humans agree we can use technology to provide replies against these lies. Humans spend piles of money on spaceships to let them flee. It's basically timeless to me. Here's a clue that can put you through. It's necessary to use technology to grow millions of trees to save you and me. Thank you.
That's fine.
I love how you added an environmental twist.
Yes.
By any chance, are you an environmental activist or have thoughts like one?
I do, but I don't really think I'll have like much to offer because I'm still just a kid, and if everybody helps each other, the world could turn into a better place, and maybe the PM 2.5 might lower.
Very true. Thank you, Miss Mine. And thank you for that question, Miss Rin. Oh, wait, claps. Let's get some words in from our judges. We'll have Miss Jenny give us her thoughts.
Awesome job. I really liked your physical presence. Your body movement was awesome. Your tone was great. I have a few questions for you. Why do you think people or humans are scared of technology?
Well, it's because like sometimes if we have too much technology, sometimes like humans don't get to communicate a lot because this sometimes happens with my friends. When I go to swimming competitions, I try to communicate with them, but they just stare at their iPads or phones.
Oh, I see. And you said that it can save us from lies. What do you mean by that?
In the movie Avatar, people have destroyed the earth, they have destroyed our world, and they're moving to Avatar to just create a new place, but it's just lies. They leave lies with the earth, and they'll just destroy another new planet that has been thriving for a long time.
Oh, I see. Your answer just showed me that you thought through your poem very well. So good job.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Mine. There was layers there, right? We love that. Great, great work. All right, up next, then, that means we have Mr. CK with JR05. Yes, sir.
Hello, my name is CK. Today I will be presenting my poem with the topic Human Again. 2023 is like we're living in glee. Everywhere is full of spree, but actually no one here is free. We all got lifted to the mothership called tech, while somewhere in our minds we totally got wrecked. Who knows if it's either me or you to the next. Let's check out now if this world's real or fake. We show our emotions via emojis and stickers. Hate to say, but the real smiles and tears are better. Return to reality means return to humanity. Stop touching the screen and end the controversy. Pay your grandma a visit. That will just make her happy. She needs your hug more than just that video call thingy. Come over here and I'll tell you something. Tech doesn't hurt, but sometimes give you nothing. Your eyes don't speak, but they do say everything. Let's connect for more, cause we are human beings. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Could we have some word from our judges?
First of all, CK, really, really love your
Thank you.
delivery style. I love how you open the poem with this scene setting. You state clearly, this is 2023, what's happening? And then you go on to compare technology to mothership, conjuring some image of, some alien thing that's coming to take us all away. I love that you end your poem with a message, that says basically, in this day and age of technology, it's really important to look around and embrace what's going on around you and embrace your families, not someone on the screen that you don't know, right? Love that you talk about the conflicting thing about technology, the good and bad side of it. I have a question for you. How did you come up with the idea to compare technology to the mothership, and what was the thought process behind that?
Cause you see in the movies, aliens just take over the planet. And that is what is going on to this world right now. You see, the technology, it's getting too advanced and people are getting stick to it. So in the future, it might destroy the world. It might impact the world when like other people make like advanced science or like robots, they might just like kill all the people because they are starting to have their own minds. Thank you.
Wow, thank you for explaining to us. That's
Thank you.
So in your poem, you're basically hiding a message that says, "Go touch grass."
Kind of like that, yes.
Yeah, thank you, Mr.
So-
CK.
In my, can I add on a little
Go
bit?
for it. Yes, sir.
So the, like you said, it's kind of like go touch grass and just don't use the screen too much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. All right, that was another great poem that we had for everyone to hear. We are reaching nearly the middle point. Up next, we have contestant JR06, that is Mr. Evan. If you'd like to join us on stage.
Hello everyone, my name is Evan. I'm here today to talk about humans and technologies. So let me begin. For you, what do you think technology means? Why is it important to you? How does it impact you? For me, technology is what we use to help solve problems, and we see it as the real gems. First, let's take a ride back with me through the time machine to take a look at what technology has been. People didn't have enough food, so they needed to be fed. Stones, spears, and blades were made to help them hunt. Sharper edges were a lot better than those that were blunt. Clothes and wear were invented to give people warmth. To help people have closer relationships, the internet was formed. Technology is playing a big role in history and now all together. However, there are both good things and bad things. Just to quickly cover. If you use it too much, you will get lazier and rely on others. Driving home with no GPS now becomes a challenge. If you don't believe me, try it on your way home and see if my story makes any sense. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Great poem, great recitation. GPS, right? Crazy thing. Ms. Bhavna, would you like to give us some comments?
I like how you briefly mentioned the whole timeline of technology and the way you mentioned about time machine. So I have two questions. One, how has technology, what do you think, is good for you? For you personally or bad for you personally?
Well, it's actually it's like the middle. Actually, technology screen time needs to have a limit for itself too.
Right?
Well, we also need time to go outside, and we also need time to relax, like staying on the screen. The it has a limit.
Sure. So if technology can be time machine, if we use that, which time period would you like to go using that?
The-
You mentioned about coal, you mentioned about hunting,
Yes.
you mentioned about that,
It's like
right?
the caveman.
Yes. You want to experience the caveman period?
No, I just want to say what is it all about? Like how, when was technology formed? Like the first, when technology was formed, like blades, spears, stones, and about sharper edges were a lot better than those that were not sharp.
Okay, so basically you like the time period technology has for today, right? Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Thank you for that poem there. That brings us over to contestant number JR07, Miss Eva. If you'd like to join us on stage.
Everyone, my name is Eva. I'm a girl, and of course, I'm also a human being. Duh! Humans and technologies are never apart. From this very moment, let me take you to the world where technology is scarce. From this very moment, imagine we have no electricity. What I say into this microphone, all of you will not hear me clearly. What I say, we all would have to walk downstairs without elevators and use candles like in the past. From this very moment, imagine we have no mobile phones. We cannot connect to our besties or families and will definitely feel alone. Imagine the world without cars. All of us would have to walk far and far. Humans and technologies are never apart, though bad things might happen if we don't use them wisely and be smart. Too much use of phones, less to face relationships will be shown. Too many use of cars will lead to pollution with lots and lots of dust blown. And again, humans and technologies are never apart. I fully agree from the bottom of my heart. Don't you? Technology is there to help make life easier, and we all have better days. Don't use it too much on the point where you lose your own way. Thank you.
Some good rhyming happened in that poem. Let's hear what our judges have to say.
So, you were very expressive, right? I loved how you conveyed your emotions and you were also very loud and clear. I love the questions that you dropped along the way as well because that allowed the audience to think along with you, right? I have one question for you. Since you said that human and technology are never apart, what do you think would happen to us if we have to go a week without technology?
If we go away with technology, it's like we go apart from it.
No technology at all for one full week. How do you
like that? No way to contact to our families. And plus you have to walk far. And for example, if you're sick, right, you cannot call the ambulance to help you. You have to walk or you'll just die there.
Very extreme, but good answers. Very good. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Miss Eva. That was a great poem. Technology. Living with it, living without it, right? It's tough either way. Up next, we have contestant number JR08. This will be Miss Rin here to read us her poem. Woo.
Hi, my name is Rin, and I'm contestant number 8. Here's my poem. I'm sure it'll be great. Humans are so much different from machines, though they can act like us. They have no soul, only the soul of the programmer, which is really what's important to us. No love can they feel, no anger, no sad. Which is why I'm a human, I'm glad. Simulation of compassion, fake of anger, pretend of love, so much power. But as genuine as these machines, they will never compare to a mother's kiss, a friend's wink. Though they seem real, they seem realistic, but they're not. Simply plastic and metal and brain rot. Though our eyes are fooled easily, our hearts are not. Now humans are in control. As long as we do not program these pieces of aluminum to destroy, they will just be as dangerous as a soft toy. Bye-bye. See you.
Good job, Ms. Rin. Ms. Rin, you want to stay here for some questions? That was great. Thank you.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I can see you're very excited. I like your humor, how you start the poem saying it's going to be great, and it was. I like your acting throughout your performance. Your personality really came through. Um, I, I gotta admit, I laughed at your line saying, "I'm a human, I'm glad," which is a great line, by the way. Love your use of really evocative language like a mother's kiss or brain rot. I have a question. What's the thing that you are most glad about as a human being?
I'm really glad that I have a soul. I can control myself. I can control my action. Unlike a machine or a toy, they can't control themselves. I can. They're just a puppet. I'm a real human. So that means I can choose whatever I want. I'm not in shackles. I'm not a slave. I'm not Pinocchio. I can choose what I want. And I choose this.
Miss Rin. Okay. I know. So much passion. Thank you so much, Miss Rin. That was really great to hear. Okay, yes, yeah, okay. Thank you, Mr. Nat. Great performance. Everyone's been so amazing so far, right? Let's just keep it going then, right? Okay, cool. Up next, we have Contestant. This will be JR09 Sunny to read us their poem. Let's give a round of schnaps or small claps. Alrighty, Sunny.
Hello, my name is Sunny, and today I'm going to present my poem, Technology Can Help Us. Technology can help us. There are so many reasons. It can even help us in education. Technology makes life so much better, so we can live a life which is healthy to the letter. Gonna stop a burglar? We need security cameras. Technology gave us light to make our room bright, so we don't get scared in a dark of night. Food in our homes need to be preserved. Keep it cool in a refrigerator. My parents, they don't dig technology, so I try get them into psychology. Today, technology gonna help us stop pollution. Electric cars are the best solution. Whenever I get lost, when I'm tired and alone, GPS will lead me home.
Oh, that's the poem. Yeah. Thanks, Mr. Sun. I was so into it. I wanted more. I was like, let's keep going. I know. I was like, oh. Good job, son. That was amazing. Let's hear what our judges have to say.
Did someone tell you that you could actually make that into a rap song? And it's going to be a very nice, lyrical poet, and as well as a very strong message to everyone that how technology can help us. So that's one thing that I really really loved. I loved the way you had your pitch and your intonation and the rhythm, the beat. It's like you come and go and the flow, and then you're also singing with it and you have this rap. So it's very poetic. I loved it. I have a question. Your technology has helped you a lot, right? So how has technology helped you in your education? Please don't say Google Meets.
Well, in my class, we have iPads for every student, and we have classroom to do math worksheets on, and it doesn't waste paper.
Okay, thank you so much. Very good. Good job.
Thank you, Mr. Sunny. Yes, conservation of trees through using less paper. Great job, sir. All right, as Mr. Knott goes ahead and adjusts our microphone, we'll get our next contestant up here. This will be JR10, Mr. Pauline. Ready? Let's give some round of snaps. Whenever you'd like to introduce yourself, sir, you may begin.
Humans are living creatures. Robots are lumps of metal with features. Humans are filled with ignorance, though both of us can make a difference. Robots can make fluent onomatopoeias. Humans can always think of more than ideas. Many people ask, do robots make us less human? My answer is yes, but bots are also superhuman. Humans live with purpose and breathe air. Robots can rust in a basement somewhere. Many people are now a wreck. Friends can be more distant because of tech. Is social media as good as friends? No, they are just pieces of metal that trends. The internet is human breakers. We never know who's our neighbors. Robots have no need for love, but humans' joy is the real treasure trove. The artificial intelligence can do things we can't, but humans are the best we shan't. Thank you.
Yes, sir. That's amazing. Humans are the best, we chant. I love that.
I love the pace of your poem. I saw that you also pause at times to allow the audience to digest the information. And you were very expressive. You had excellent body movements, and you didn't even have your script, so you memorized everything. So that was very well done. I have one question for you. You said that the robots made us less human. Can you elaborate more on that, please?
Yes, kind of like robots can do everything we have to do. That makes us do less things, and maybe robots will take over all of the things and will just be mindless beings.
In that case, one more question, sorry. If the robots make us or are making us less human, do you think the robots will become more human, like with more human attributes in the future?
We humans make robots better every day, so one day it might be very advanced that it can have a mind of its own and think on its own. So maybe it will be just like us.
Good answers. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir. It's a great poem.
You're wearing the same bracelet as me.
Oh, matching bracelets.
Wait. I have that one at home. I'm not wearing it.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Miss Rin. It was a great poem, right? Let us go ahead and continue on here. That was JR10. Up next, then, that means we have JR11. This will be Mr. Time coming to the stage here. Let's give him a round of some snaps.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Time, and I am 11 years old. Today, I will present my poem. From the time man was born on earth, since the start when we saw our worth, first we started building just a hut, then skyscrapers became a must. But we didn't stop there, certainly using up resources completely. Wood, air, water that nature can offer are all taken up as we live better, depleting them for our own purposes, just like powering cars and trucks, constructing tall towers everywhere, while making more than we can share. So let's use tech to invent good device, make toxic-free meat, veggies, and rice. Innovation and sustainability we can do. Treat nature respectfully, both me and you. Thank you for listening.
Ooh, thank you, sir. Great confidence.
You have great body language. I like how you use your hands to illustrate the objects you're referring to, like tall buildings. And your delivery of the words are very good as well. You put good stresses on words that you want to highlight. And you showing a good side of tech. You end on a note of really good optimism. What would you, if you were if you were to use tech for good right now, what would you use it for? What would be the first thing you use it for?
I think I would find a way to help nature because climate change is a really huge problem right now. And I would like to invite everyone to join us in the struggle against anything bad happening more than it has already happened to prevent any, well, destruction or, yeah.
That's a great topic to think about. Well
Thank
done.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You may take your seat.
And by the way, you forgot to button your shirt.
Okay, that's okay. Thank you, Miss Rin. Up next, we have Miss Pim Pim. But just one moment while we get Mr. Not set up with the microphone. Our final three contestants are coming up, right? So almost to the end. Thank y'all for sitting tight thus far. Up next, we have contestant JR12. This will be Miss Pim Pim. Let's give her a round of snappies.
Hello, my name is Pim Pim, and my poem is called Humans versus Technology. The world isn't now the way it were when a lot of technologies did occur. No one knows what is happening to Earth. Technology has been given birth. Our digital world arrives when many technologies have helped us to have better lives. There is an online connection to have more communications. People far away can talk to each other. Friends and loved ones can reach out to one another. Technology can help us to travel more. With vehicles, we can see our real world to explore. We have launched rockets to explore space, to seek more nice and wonderful places. People's sickness can be cured. We must thank technology for real. There are many new technologies which have been made. The latest one is AI, which seems to be great. AI can do many things like we do. Factories and companies are using AI too. It helps humans do the creation of many things. Despite above, people are concerned about what technology brings. We are starting to get annoyed. With AI, we might all be unemployed. Humans talk to each other in real life less. We don't even see people's real faces. We're obsessed about being online. People are not even kind. There's a cyberbullying condition without any face recognition. Scammers and hackers are always online. They think scamming people is fine. Technology has also been abused. There are some weapons that has been wrongly executed, like nuclear should be used solely to create energy. Instead, it has been used cruelly to destroy enemy. It's humans who must be responsible heavily. If we are all aware of good balance, humans still have a bright and good chance to live in the world with modern technology without wars, claims, or enemies. We will be all joyful and happy.
Thank you. That was amazing. Great job. Great job. Let's hear from our judges.
I like how you had the comparative narrative of the poem. It's like as if you're writing free verse, and you're just flowing and you're telling everyone how technology is our friend and how technology can be our foe. Okay. Now, there's a very good message there, especially when it comes to technology and telling and alerting everyone about scammers and weapons and stuff. For you personally, when you were writing this, how did you think of the rhyme? How did you think of the pace, the poetic style to combine both forms to give that message, good and bad?
At first I got to a point when it was AI, so I decided AI is now it's giving in the future it might give people's problems, they might be unemployed, so that's when I connected to the bad part.
Okay, so that AI was your twist,
Yeah.
was your turnover, right? Do you use anything that has AI?
My parents use it and I used it once before.
What is that?
It's a while ago.
Okay. Thank you so much. That was really good.
Thank you, Pim Pim. Awesome. Alrighty. Up next, we have contestant JR13, Miss Sira Malin. So yeah. Cool. Let's give her a round of snappies.
Hello, my name is Malin, and I'll be presenting my poem about humans. Humans are complicated, which makes them vulnerable and mistreated. Their intelligence makes them much better, even if it is the smartest animal. A human will always be smarter. Professionals at technology change them and history. Together, they will be much stronger in a way that makes them much easy to say that they are strangers to the world with all their brains, but even then, the earth will always reign. Even if technology like ChatGPT tries to take over, it will never have a heart like a human server. A human's brain makes them win all creatures. A human's heart makes them better than AI and computers. Humans are smart and delicate because of the way they learn from mistakes and know that they are not perfect. Makes humans very complicated.
Okay, thank you, Miss Mona. That was great. So many layers to that poem. Up next, we'll have some comments from our judge, Miss Jenny.
I think you did very well with connecting your poem to what's going on in the present days, like relating it to ChatGPT. And I've realized that you use a lot of advanced words as well that are very impactful. For example, vulnerable, or what else? I also think that I like how you said that because humans are more vulnerable, right? And that, sorry, my bad. And that we learn from our mistakes. Do you think that in the future, ChatGPT can also learn from their mistakes and that one day they'll be better than us?
Yeah, I think like that. It's
Can
AI
you
can
elaborate
probably-
more on that, please?
AI can definitely be smarter than us one day, and definitely ChatGPT, because I always talk to ChatGPT all the time, and it's getting so much smarter.
Do you think that one day they will have emotions?
They probably will, and they'll probably have their own language, and they'll communicate with each other, and they might even want to destroy humans because they'll have a mind of their own.
In that case, do you think we should come up with a way to protect us from ChatGPT then?
Yeah, we could do that. We could try to not like improve too much in advancements and. Yeah.
Thank you. Good answers.
Yes, Mom. Thank you so much. Let me take your seat. That was a great response there. I never thought of robots creating their own language, so that's a new thing to be scared of now. All right, up next, we have our next contestant. This is JR15, Mr. Eiffel. Whenever you're ready to go.
Hello. Hello, my name is Eiffel. In the future, humans and robots live side by side, even though robots show more pride, and robots will always be our guide and will never be put aside. Robot population will glide, and none of them have ever died or even cried. In the future, we are capable of feelings, but I don't know why we like orange peelings, and we still love eating, and we're still 100% a human being. We owe robots a lot of gratitude because they always help and lighten our mood. Humans still have dreams and nightmares, but robots don't ever feel scared. We still believe, we may feel grief, there are motifs, and we are always trying to achieve.
Oh, thank you, sir. There's some rhythm there. You could definitely hear that.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same, Mr. Eiffel. I think you have really good rhyme and rhythm there. Could actually turn it into a rap song. Very impressed with your rhyming scheme and the choice of words. And you're wearing a goggle to sort of illustrate the point that we're making about robots, right?
Yes.
Wow. You said that we owe robots some gratitude. What do you think we owe the most for?
Because robots, they help with medical assistance, which save a lot of lives every day. So then humans can stay alive for longer to walk on this planet.
What's the story behind your goggles? Can you tell us, please?
I found these goggles when I went to my uncle's house, and I saw these goggles, so I just kind of brought them here.
Is it did you bring it specifically for this poem, or did you already have this goggle and you thought about how it would implement your performance?
I just brought it for this poem.
That's some good foresight. Yeah.
Okay.
Well done. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Eiffel. You may take your seat. Alrighty, that is all of our contestants for today. All right, let's give one last round of applause or set of snaps for everybody. Those are amazing poems. This is now when the hard part comes in, when myself and the judges must talk about the top 3 performers for the evening. Okay, so what we're going to do then is take a 10-minute break. We'll have y'all go ahead and go back to the library room to hang out for a bit. You may use the bathroom, get a drink of water, eat a snack, and we'll call you back in about 10 minutes, okay? Hello, and welcome back to our competition. Now comes the either best or scariest moment of the night, in which we find out who took home both first or all of first, second, and third. I will go through and announce first, third place, or second runner-up, and then second place, which will be first runner-up, and then finally our winner, okay? Keep in mind, all of these scores were calculated, combining both your score that you earned on the written portion and today in your speaking performance. All right, these scores were very, very close. Okay, talking about like 0.00, 0.3, you know, super close. So that's why it took us a while to talk and to decide who did the greatest today. Okay. All right, everybody ready? First of all, I'm going to go ahead and announce our, you'll lift this up here, second runner-up. Okay, go have a little drum roll, lap drum roll. Our second runner-up today is Miss Jeddah, actually. Of course, there you go. All right, let's give another round of applause for Miss Jeddah. Amazing. Okay, now comes for our first runner-up or second place prize. All right, this student also did very amazing, great work. Okay, let's get a drum roll, please, for our first runner-up here. This is going to Mr. Sunny. Yes, if you'd like to join us on stage. Do you see this little dot here, sir? You want to stand right there? Okay. And I'll stand here. I'll do this. Woo. Okay, take that. Alrighty. And now the moment that we have all been waiting for. Okay. Our first place prize, our winner tonight. Let's give another drum roll, our final one of the evening. All right, and this one goes here to Mr. CK. If you'd like to come down, sir. See that little dot there? Yes, of course, sir. There you go.
You're to Thailand. Yeah, you're been with Thailand.
Okay, you can take that, sir. Thank you so much. All right, let's take our seats. Give some last words before we go today. Okay. I want to thank everybody for participating and getting on stage, all right? If you thought that was hard, it's true because it was very hard, okay? And it was very awesome to see everyone's poems, to be able to read them, and then to see them live. That was such a great thing for us as judges and MCs to witness, okay? We hope to see more of your poems and your writing in the future, All right. But for now, we'll say good night and thank you for coming. If you have any questions for myself or any of the judges, you're more than welcome to ask them as soon as we finish up. Okay? Sound good? All right, let's give a round of applause for everybody.